Search. Recording on there. Do you have your ID? Excuse me? Yeah. Do you mind if it's your ID? What's your ID?
So we can make it real easy or we can make it real hard. Well, all I'm asking is for your ID that I identify who you are.
Well, no, first I'd rather just get your ID and figure out who we're talking to.
Online, bro. Look how fucking pieces of garbage they are, bro. So the news people, you know what Metro does? So this is the media. But you know what's gonna happen? They're gonna restrict me from entering a look, see, I told you he's violating the First Amendment that he swore to protect. Look, what did I tell you? He's a coward.
Hey Mark, how are you guys? How are you?
Yeah, doing good, Mark. Come on.
Good to see y'all.
He knows it's true. The Terry ruling is unconstitutional. Look how close he is. Like he's gonna follow me. He's impeding the First Amendment that he swore to protect. And complaints don't work anyways. It's a waste of time to file complaints on oath breakers. Because they never, it's like, why file a complaint and have their own people, their own thin blue line investigate themselves? You see that, you guys? Look, if I move, he's gonna move. Watch, see that? See that? Impeding the First Amendment that he swore to protect. Is private citizens allowed in here?
No.
No private citizens? Why is that? You guys don't like?
Invitation.
You don't like transparency?
No, it's an invitation.
No, I said transparency.
You asked me if they were invited.
Yeah, and then I said you guys don't like transparency. It's a yes or a no question. Do you like transparency or you do not? It's a question. Do you like transparency within the government?
I'm not sure what you're trying to say.
So you don't know?
No.
Who do you work for?
Who do I work
Yes,
for?
sir.
Las Vegas Metropolitan Police
All right.
Department.
Is that a government entity or not?
You tell me, sir.
All right. Another oath breaker pretending he doesn't know what government entity is. I just asked him. Like he thinks that the First Amendment or the Bill of Rights is a joke, and it's not a joke. So I'm asking you again, does Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, are they transparent?
What does that mean, sir?
Yeah. What's your name, sir?
Officer Vidal.
I'm sorry?
Officer Vidal.
What's your PIN number?
14802.
All right, cool. Yeah, we all know that Metro, they're not very transparent. That's why it's limited. You know what that means when it's limited? It's always conceal the actual real news, the corruption that's going on with Metro, the violation of rights of citizens that they swore to protect, the unlawful arrest, the beatings, If you don't give me your ID, I'm gonna put you in the ground because I'm asking for it. It's a lawful order. All these catchphrases that they use is to get you to submit to them. So, and this is supposed to be the PIO, and he doesn't know. I guess I don't know why he's a PIO. He's incompetent. If you're the PIO, which means Public Information Officer, correct? Is that correct? Yes, no? Look at his stupid ass face, bro. But if a regular citizen, another citizen asks him that, he'll respond to them. But because I'm asking him, he doesn't want to respond. That's why you see this oath breaker right here, putting his head down. He should be thinking about the Bill of Rights. He swore to protect the first time that he took that oath. From India. How many years?
I've already answered all your questions, man. We're done.
Yeah?
You've been advised.
Yeah, advised what? What I've been advised for?
Put your camera back.
Told you. They hate freedom. You're anti-freedom. Why? You're so anti-freedom, India. Why? Why? Why you hate the First Amendment? Why you hate serving the American people? Why? Why do you do this? Why? Why you make it hard for me to obtain records? Why? Give me the runaround. I have to go online. Why? You know I don't have to go online. You know that the Nevada has a law that you guys are supposed to obey, which is the Nevada Public Records Law. But you don't even want to take a look at it. Why? Can you answer that question? Why? What you should be doing is try to bridge the gap. So they're closing the door. See that? Because they know that the fake news is not really going to tell the whole truth. So we all know that. They don't want the real news. So, but I see that this he's a PIO. Excuse me, sir, PIO. We're gonna talk to this. Excuse me, PIO. PIO. Are you the Public Information Officer?
I am. Okay.
All right, sweet. Look how disdain he is to the public. Look, he got on his phone.
I gotta take a phone call.
And he just asked me, what do you... Look at that, bro. Look at it. This is what I mean about bridging the gap between the citizens and the public and the cops. The citizens and the cops. Bridge that gap, bro. Bridge it. Look.
Have you seen everything that's over there?
The what?
Have you seen everything that's over there? You want me to give you a tour?
Sure. He offered a tour, so let's see. All right, he's offering a tour, so let's go and check it out. All right.
You know this is open to the public, right?
All right. So let's check this artifact here, this display here. Tell me what you guys think. Well, yeah, sure. You can give me a tour. What exactly that you like the citizen to?
You can go. Look, check this out.
Well, what is the?
This is one of our retired motorcycles.
Okay.
You can see all the stuff that we have here, back from when it used to be the police department, and then it merged
To.
department, and now it's the Las Vegas Metro Police Department. You can see some of the old equipment here, some of the traffic units, their helmets, and everything that they used to have. Yeah, some of the badges.
The old
Pretty
badges here. I don't disagree on you on that. Old guns back in the 1900s, because this is part of the Old West, correct? No, what Nevada, where it started, I think it was what 1900s when it was free state.
Yeah, you're right. That one's
So
1950.
this is the old West. Right, the old West. So, so yeah, so he's correct about that. I don't disagree with him. So,
Where are you from?
originally,
Yeah.
United States of America.
No, I mean like I'm from LA. Just
Originally, L.A., South Central,
me too. Huntington Park.
Bell Gardens, bro.
That's pretty close, right?
Bell Gardens. I've been here for 14 years, bro.
You know what was that mall? If you would go down on not Florence. It was
What, Firestone?
Downey Mall.
Down. Oh yeah,
That was
that's
like the closest. thing.
Firestone, and Bell Flower Boulevard. I can't remember. I've been here for 14 years, and I pretty much trying to remember Downey. But I think the Downey Mall is on Firestone and Bellflower Boulevard.
Yeah, I remember I would go down Florence, then you hang a left.
Because it turns Imperial Highway, I think. Cause
You pass the Gallo Hito, you know that, remember?
that, well, guys, it is in Huntington Park. Florence and Pacific Boulevard.
No. Gallo Hito is like a restaurant.
I know, but that's the famous one in Huntington Park. It's on
Yes.
Florence and Pacific Boulevard.
Yes.
It's right in the corner, and it's still there.
It's like a boardwalk, right? Of stores. I think it started.
Well, it is. Well, the Pacific Boulevard is the boardwalk of all the shops there, like the callejones, like that. That's what
Yeah.
the
Not
Pacific
like-
Boulevard.
Not like the callejones that are
I understand.
by La Placito Vera and all that.
No, I don't know, but I mean, I'm just trying to fit a description of.
Yeah.
But that is the boulevard of all the stores there, and it ends right there at Florence and Pacific Boulevard. And then when you pass Florence, you start getting to Linwood. Linwood.
Yes.
So yeah, bro. So anyways, but yeah, that's where I'm from, bro. I'm from LA. I pretty know. If I go back, I'll remember exactly. I know where to go. But I always try to remember. Even though I've been here for 14 years, bro.
Yeah.
But this is where the I want to get to the nitty gritty, bro. And these are the hard questions that law enforcement, they just can't answer the questions of the citizen that's asking to. And I quiz law enforcement. I truly do. The first one I want to tell you, how long you been a law enforcement for Las Vegas Metro?
9 years.
Okay, so you're not considered a rookie.
I
No,
think I'm
you're not. You're seasoned. I would say seasoned, right? Seasoned.
Yeah.
Seasoned.
I feel old.
Well, you guys have the bars. Every 3 years, you get
Every 4 years.
Okay.
So I have two.
Okay, so there you go. See
I
that?
get it again at 12.
So yeah, but anyways, you've been a law enforcement for 9 years. And you took an oath to defend, protect, and uphold the Bill of Rights that you swore. If you don't know, be honest, but don't just blatantly respond with, I'm not going to play your games, or walk away, I'm not going to answer you. The American people don't want to hear that. The American people want to hear the truth. The American people want the law enforcement agencies across America be transparent, be honest. Because us, the taxpayers of Las Vegas and Clark County, we look up to you. We want to look up and trust you guys and bridge that gap, right? So now my question is because I know you're waiting for my question, so I'm going to ask you: can you tell my viewers what are the first 5 elements of the First Amendment that you sort of protect?
For the First Amendment?
Yes, there's 5 elements to the First Amendment. If you could please.
Maybe I know a version of it different.
You don't have to word by word.
Maybe
Not word by word.
I'll give you what
briefly. Just brief. That's all it is. Just brief.
Is it around like speech? Is that what you're talking about? Right? Speech.
Look, I'm giving them. Okay, that's 1.
Press. Right?
So you see that? I'm live, bro. Look. I'm, bro.
Okay. Speech, the press.
All right.
We're talking about maybe along the lines of transparency or records or something like that. No. No. Come on, throw me a ball.
All right. So I'm gonna give you the first 3: press,
So I got press.
Yes.
Okay. Speech.
Press, speech, religion.
Okay.
What are the last two?
So, okay, so you're talking about protected activities that are...
Just briefly. You don't have to know word by word or verbatim. Just briefly, what are the 5 elements of the first one? I gave you 3 of
What
them.
about protesting? Okay. So see,
There you
that's what
go.
I'm
See, that's
talking
4.
about. Maybe I just
That's
know
4.
it in
That's 4.
different ways.
That's 4.
Okay.
Just brief, bro. I don't need you to tell me verbatim. Just brief.
No. It's just... It's,
You need one more. There's one more. So yeah, that's one of
Give me
them.
the other one. I give you 3.
I gave you 3. I gave you 3. The last one is to petition the government.
Okay.
That's the 5 of them, bro.
What does that mean to you?
What?
Like petition the government, like to ask questions? Is that what you mean?
Okay. You're the PIO. What exactly do you? Your title is a PIO, correct? That's your title, but I know you're law enforcement. What exactly is your job as a PIO, bro?
Well, coordinating with the media if there's ever like a press conference,
Right.
Any information that gets pushed out, whether there's like an active event going on. So those are things.
Can I please stop you there? Okay. Do you, as me, practicing my First Amendment right now, freedom of the press, why was I limited to go inside the media?
That's for credentialed media.
Okay. And can I ask you, when you say credential, can you be more specific? Credential, because the First Amendment doesn't say that I have to have credentials. There's no state law that says that a citizen has to have credentials to practice the freedom of the press or the First Amendment. So what makes them different from me? Are they?
Your media right, our invites at credentialed media. Do you have? Can I see your credentials? What channel?
The
do you
first,
affiliate with?
I'm independent.
Oh,
Independent. Okay. So, but what I'm trying to say is that what makes them are they higher than the citizens?
Nobody's saying that. It's just for credentialed media, right? Affiliating with what media outlet? I'm just asking. Which
You guys are hearing that, right? Viewers, what he's saying about the First Amendment that he swore to protect and defend, because the First Amendment, freedom of the press, there's never been a license or credential. The only time they issue credentials is for the company that you work for. That's all it is. But there's no law or county ordinance, code, municipal code that says that a citizen needs a press pass to be able to practice his first or her First Amendment. Doesn't say that nowhere. That's why when I understand when law enforcement said, well, where's your press pass? Well, here it is.
What is that?
First Amendment.
Is that your channel?
No, this is my press pass. Look, guys, this is my press pass here. And he's asking me if I have a press pass. But I'm gonna go back to what I was saying. Are they higher than the regular citizen like me?
Nobody has
that. I mean, is
nobody's kicked you out of being with the camera.
Well,
right?
I was trying to go in and cover what you guys are talking about, because what it is that the transparency, bro. Transparent. We want you guys to limit the citizen to go in there to see what you guys are talking about. What is it you guys are?
We're not.
So let me ask you this. Officer.
Yeah, I said it. Vidal.
Oh, Vidal.
Yeah.
Can I go in there and record my public officials to see what they're talking about?
No.
You hear that, you guys? He just said no because
Asked you for your media
because
somebody asked you for your media credentials, right?
Nobody did.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
You were having a conversation.
No, I
I
know.
just came over here
Yeah,
to
I
show you
understand.
because
You're
out here recording. Nobody's telling you to leave, so I'm like, hey, look, there's some good content here in case you want to know a little bit more about Metro.
But why is this more? Is this more important than in there?
What are you talking about?
Here.
You were complaining that nobody's talking to you. I'm talking to you.
No. I wanted to go inside to see what you guys talking about. Transparency. It's all about transparency. The word that I'm emphasizing is transparency. I want to know what you guys are talking about. What kind of story are you guys relating to the news here?
Yeah.
Why can't you relate that news to a citizen that's practicing the First Amendment that you guys sort of protect? and I'm doing that, and right now you're looking at me, you know. But
Well,
yet,
I'm not gonna ignore you.
but yet,
You're asking me questions, right?
but-
I was interacting with you. We said hello to you.
and I appreciate that, and
I'm not ignoring you.
I appreciate
I don't
that.
have to talk to you, right? Because I'm being nice, right?
But okay,
What I'm saying is that
So
there's nothing gluing us to a conversation. If you wanted to walk away right now, you could walk away. If I have to go do something else, I can go do something else, right? There's nothing funny about that. I'm just
because-
telling you, I'm being courteous to you. I'm talking to you. I showed you some things.
but let me ask you this: are you above the citizen that's paying you?
Nobody said that.
Because you're saying that I don't have to talk to you.
No, I don't.
Because
you earlier, I overheard that you're saying that nobody was talking to you or something along the nature of, I don't know what was going on there, right?
you're hearing
I was
this.
doing
You guys are
something
hearing
else.
this, right?
I was doing something else. I'm being nice to you. I'm talking to you.
But
I'm not
let me ask you this,
avoiding you.
and let me ask you, let me point out what you just said. So you said, I'm being nice. Is that a requirement from your department, or it is not a requirement from your
To be
department?
courteous?
Yes.
I think everybody's courteous.
No. I'm asking in your official capacity. You're working. You have a badge. You have a gun. You're working. You're not a private citizen right now. Are you required to interact with the public, be courteous, respectful at all times, and identify yourself when asked by a citizen?
Have you seen our department?
Yes or
goals
no?
and
I just want to
Have
just.
you seen our department goals, right?
I just want just.
Right.
Yes or no?
I'm just telling you that.
See that,
I'm
viewers?
being courteous to you. I'm being nice to you. I'm not gonna ignore you. I'm not gonna walk away from you.
But is that-
I'm being nice to you. So
Is that required through Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department policy?
to what? To be courteous? We have to be courteous, right? But I gotta get back to that. But we're part of courteous. If you want to know what
You're
our
the PI.
department goes-
You're okay.
You're gonna be courteous, right?
I can never get things done here because there's always something going on. But anyways, what do you guys think, man, about this conversation? What do you guys think, man? All right, so I'm looking. Okay, ask them about the Constitution. Ask them why they say constitutional policing at every press conference. It's a press conference about officers involved. Oh, what? Get out of here, bro. For reals? Oh, that's crazy. Wow, that's crazy, bro. So I guess all these big corporations, ABC News 13, Fox 5, Univision, what else did I see? I saw, I think WC is here. So you got a lot of big corporations here. You got a lot of big corporations here that the PIO believes that there are real press. They're the real press, and I'm not the real press. Can you believe that shit? That they're the real press, but I'm not. Oh my gosh, bro. So, I'm gonna sit down for a minute, and we're gonna interact again with Vidal because he's a public information officer. All right. So anyway, back to all right, so back to my money that I was trying to retrieve. I guess my next step is to go to the court and file a motion to be able to retrieve my money, because I'm gonna have to have the judge force them and compel them to release my money. That's the next step. So see how Vidal is closing the door, opening the door. He doesn't want me to see and look inside in the media in the media room. See how he's opening the door, closing it. So yeah. So what do you guys think, man? Look at that. Fist bumping, Metro.
Con un amigo en un carro saliendo de un apartamento que lo fui a llevar y veo un poco de oficiales de metro, patrullas, etcétera, y cuando veo, oh, policía, padre, y habían conseguido un carro robado. Ah, mira. Yo no quería agarrar sol y estaba sudando.
Pero es que ese fue el turno del día.
Para el día. Yo lo vi a las 4 de la tarde, 3 de la tarde.
O sea, 110, 115, ¿qué quiere que haga?
So yeah. Hey, Officer Vidal. He didn't respond back to me. So.
The lobby closes at 4:30. 4:30. Yeah.
Lobby closes at 4:30. I was trying to ask him a question, but I guess he's not responding. Let's go talk to him. Let's see if I can file a public records request. Hey, Officer Vidal.
Yes, sir.
How do I go about filing public records requests in person? I want to do it here. Since you're the PIO, I want to make the request with you.
We have a public records unit for that.
Yes, I know. Yeah, I know. Okay. So,
Did you have money in your pocket?
Somebody dropped $1 over there.
Did you have money in your pocket?
money. Yeah.